วัสดีถึงคิวเกมใหม่เฮ้ยอะไรวะเนี่ย
Oh, son can't eat proper.
Do you know? Not sure I like that. What if he runs for it? He's worth a heap of coin.
Ah, bollocks. Been holding him a week, hasn't tried a thing. Why are you up and bolt now? Matter of fact, got to thinking. What did a sweet, gentle chap like him do to get the Queen of Zericania so right?
She's a shrew, that's what. Queen and witch in one. Worst of both worlds.
Enough about her. What do you say to one more of your tales? While we toss down some cards.
Ah, why not? And since you mentioned one queen...
สวัสดีเราจะภาคน้อยๆตอนที่เล่นเนื้อเรื่องกันนะโอเคฟูชั่นเนเปิลโอเค4K ด้วยอ่ะนี่เล่นการ์ดออนออดิโอเต็มรีสตาร์ทเกมมาวะไม่เป็นไรเอาที่มีก็เริ่มซีรีส์ใหม่ Thronebreaker คงไม่ได้อัดเป็น Public อัดเป็น Unlist อดใจไม่ไหวจริงๆตั้งใจจะซื้อตั้งแต่ตอนเกมGreat O Game ละ GOG แต่ก็แบบว่าตอนนั้นติดเกมอื่นเต็มไปหมดตอนนี้เกมในลิสต์ก็ยังค้างอยู่เต็มไปหมด Mon Hunt Hitman Kingdom Come พวกนั้นก็ซื้อมาแบบสดๆยังเล่นไม่ได้ไปถึงไหนเลยแต่เกมนี้เพิ่งลงสตรีมวันนี้ราคา379 บาทก็กดมาด้วยเงินจาก .a พรุ่งนี้ .a จะมีอาร์ติแฟกต์การ์ดเกมเหมือนกันแล้วผมเจเลอร์สวยจังเราจะอันนี้ไปเลยแล้วกัน Bonebreaker ไปเลยเพราะเราเคยเล่นเกวนใน Witcher มาโอ้จะเงียบตอนเนื้อเรื่องนะ
The year 1267. War hung in the air, its scent palpable. The mighty empire of Nilfgaard stood poised, greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm's sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Mead, queen of the twin realms Lyria and Rivia. Know the name? Heard her beauty extolled? Justly so. Remarkable she was, not for her graceful exterior, but for her persistence and courage. Where was I? As the queen and her retinue neared her capital, Count Caldwell appeared. In Maeve's absence, the Count was to have helped her son, the youthful Prince Willem, run the Twin Kingdoms. Caldwell had clearly ridden hard. Drops of perspiration dangled from his whiskers, his neck red and chafed from a rough, starched stiff.
Hail, Your Majesty! Delighted to see you in good health. The summit, it ended fruitfully, I hope?
Yes, at its end, letters were exchanged, documents signed. Paper. Time will tell of what value. That will suffice as cordialities go, Caldwell. Tell me what's happened, for I sincerely doubt sheer longing prompted you to ride out.
Indeed, Your Grace. Another circumstance inspired me to do so. The strays of Sparla, the bandits, I was attended to during Your Grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear.
Steady, Caldwell. Come now. Deep breath. All right. Speak. What has happened? Be precise.
As your grace ordained, I set out and was nipping at the bandits' tails for long. We pursued for weeks, until scouts returned, having sighted the strays' camp in the forest near Lochran. We waited for nightfall to surprise them as they slept. Alas, it proved a ruse. We found the tents empty, straw-stuffed dummies round the fire. Soon, we learned that as we waited for the sunset, the strays had snuck away, rounded our positions and ridden to Hawksburn.
I beg your pardon, my lord. The tax collectors. That is where they station.
So the gold? All of it?
It's stolen, your grace, but I shall do all in my power to recover it. This I vow, if it be your grace's wish.
After weeks in the saddle, your grace's wishes are modest. A hot bath and a night's sleep in her own bed. Yet, they shall have to wait. I must look personally to this matter. Your force, Caldwell, I will now command. You... send a herald to Hawksburn. They must prepare for the Queen's arrival. Air the rooms, dust off the porcelain. Make certain they do it. Do you see now, Reynard? I believe I foretold it would be thus. My son wasn't ready in the least to rule an entire country.
I confess, Prince Willem has much to learn yet.
Yes. And very little time.
Welcome to Thronebreaker tutorial ครับผมสวยจังชอบภาพเหลือเกินซูมเข้าซูมออกไม่ได้มีทู
Thought it were bandits riding me.
Milk her. They stretched her over a fire till she told them where she buried her gold.
Rather die than tell him she would. But I know where she kept it. Sit tight. Sketch it out for you.
Ooh.
Strays, they're called, Your Majesty, because they bite something nasty and bay as if by the moon possessed. The strays, they're called, Your Majesty, because they bite something nasty and bay as if by the moon possessed.
นี่
Count Caldwell rode at the column's head, scanning its flanks with a wary eye that, despite his advanced age, proved very sharp indeed.
Your Majesty! Bandits! There! At the tree line!
The Count's footmen, unaccustomed to escorting their queen, sought to shield her with their bodies and assumed a tight formation to do so. They were promptly knocked aside as Meade charged headlong at the bandits, brandishing her blade and bellowing a ferocious cry.
Attack! Charge!
เอาละเว้นแบบใหม่ครั้งแรก
To attack the Queen? An outrage!
ครับผมเดิม
Your Grace, the men await. You must lead to begin the attack.
Copy of innocent unit โอ้โหสวยจังการไม่ใช้คาแรคเตอร์ไม่นั้นด้วยวิสอง
Spirits will... Salt of the earth, they are, Your Grace. They'd follow you into fire. You need simply say the word.
What's up?
I shall teach you to respect the crown, you dogs!
Yeah, yeah!
One bolt's all I need.
Look out! Seek cover! We are bombarded!
Oh. Nóต้องเล่นมั้งชนะอยู่นี่
If you insist.
There's a tighter reach.
The
อ๋อ
strays
จริง
took
ต้องเล่น
tail
ไอ้
and
นี่ก่อนเพื่อมาแล้วเอาไอ้นี่ยิงจะตายได้
Yes, our victory is assured. Sound the horns. May they sing praises of this triumph for ages.
Battle's not yet done. It is better to conserve our strength. Prepare for a strike that will prove decisive. Battle formation! Protect the Queen!
ไอ้
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Give me a target.
We'll catch 'em all!
Our ballista, your command.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
I congratulate you on your latest victory, Your Grace. The bandits stood not a chance.
Matters seem indeed to have gotten out of hand, to put it mildly.
Neve said, arms crossed atop her shining breastplate.
They've grown bold. Doubtless after the raid on the manor, the tax collectors. I've not heard of an ambush on the high road afore.
Caldwell explained, avoiding his liege's wrathful gaze.
Enough, Caldwell. We must put things right. Come!
The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalists close behind, and, following in the rear, the bandits, bound in chains.
Mm. จิกสายเก็บทั้งหมดเลยไม่ได้เลยไง
I do adore this prospect.
Yes. Lyria, the pearl of the north. With its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
After 3 weeks in the saddle, I've my doubts, Count. We shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite. A spell of it they deserve.
No. ครับผมกดค้างนะครับไหนวะมาเต้นอะไรนี่ ครับผมว่ามึงก็บังอ่ะว่ามึงก็บังอ่ะครับผมDeploy spawn to light infantry on the right. Keep shot. ว้าวเท่ชาร์จคือโอเคโอเคสร้างได้เลยอ้าวเห็นได้ไหมกูซื้ออะไรได้อีกล่ะก็ไม่มีประโยชน์หรอกเพราะว่า
A bit of respite, Reynard?
Yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready at any...
At ease, Reynard. At ease. Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone? Wouldn't you prefer another's company? Swapping tales with the innkeep, even?
Your concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace. But I prefer silence.
Has it always been thus with you? Ever a man apart?
Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company, delighted in conversation.
So what was it that changed you?
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, milady? How I came to be your departed husband's aide?
I don't, but would gladly hear it.
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant, nor did I deserve it. To earn that respect became my driving aim, and to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the king's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he'd blundered like a schoolboy.
Well, a brilliant strategist Reginald was not. They dubbed him the courageous, not the cunning, for good reason, I dare say.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, I did as he ordained. Reginald listened, raptly and silently. And when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use at my side.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized and heeded.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Meave. Save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly. Alas, I've come to fear Willem might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one.
A harsh judgment, Your Grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
And is thus fully grown. The crown he should be able to bear at his age. Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances. Events beyond his control.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise we must hope Ansaeus will demonstrate more wit than his brother. Though I see little chance of that either. It's time I attended to other matters.
Okay, right there.ดีแน่นอนยังไม่ทันสังเกตอะไรเลยโหโอเคเงินแม่งหายากละอุ้ยThe movement. โอเคแสกเดียวกัน
Is this what I pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight, no less? Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why, I'd have gone round, through Sodden. They told me. Lyria's a wild land, lawless, chaotic, a damn disgrace. Is this what I pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight, no less?
Oh. Ooh.
Gods have mercy. Whatever is this filth?
Necrophages. Drawn here by blood scent.
For such vile monstrosities to prowl the high roads of my realm, I won't allow it. Attack!
Ooh. What's up?
Fog in broad daylight, with the heat positively sweltering. Have we to do with some manner of sorcery?
We shouldn't exclude the possibility, my lord. And great caution we must exercise.
Raynard, what is this? Some spectre? A strigger?
I can't be sure, Your Grace. It's the first I've seen of any such thing.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad heads.
There's a skill ได้สกิลเพื่อฆ่าเราได้
These carrion eaters. I know them. Appeared on my estate last spring in.
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
Give me a target.
So fortunate we raptured the beasts before they had a chance to gorge.
My spirit's willing and how, but These damn boots are killing me.
Your Grace, yet more come.
They fill their bellies, ma. This doesn't bode well. Oh no, not well at all.
Arbalista, your command.
Curses. Strong as steers they've grown. And they show no fear.
Frenzied, my lady. It's bloodlust. They lose all instinct to survive, feel no pain whatever. I've witnessed this before.
Your Majesty, we must give ground. Fall back. We can't win. Must minimize our losses. My queen, there is no shame in ceding the field when fortunes turn sour.
Victory must be ours now. We shall not retreat. Arms at the ready. Attack! Look there! Yet another abomination.
No, that stench.
อะไรเนี่ยรถไฟ
Armor won't save.
Company, forward march! The beasts hadn't a chance against us. Victory is ours.
ได้ที่เปลืองมาก
Many trees we've felled, my lady. Might you have need of them? So, take whatever your heart desires. They call themselves strays. Well, we'll trick. We build a bridge. There ain't no bandits here. We build a...
เอาอะไรมาทิ้งไว้แถวนี้วะเบอร์น่า
Lady, the masks they wear. Have you seen them? They've fangs, snouts, horns. Like a right proper nightmare. Your Majesty, I beg of you, thrash them bandits, please. Scared to step out into me home to raise an hand.
Soon, Queen and retinue arrived at Hawksburn. The men stationed there they found standing at attention, baking under the blistering noonday sun.
Your Majesty, Count Caldwell.
Stand at ease, Sergeant, and report.
The local peasants we've rounded up in the yard, Your Grace. Expect they might have lent the bandits aid. Yet our courtesy hadn't inspired them. Might it please Your Grace to summon the hangman? He ties a noose for them, should have them jabbering right quick.
I'll speak to them first.
Your Majesty, for the Queen to question commoners, why, it's simply not proper.
Whom for? I shan't be stripped of crown and titles for it, so no impediment do I see. Lead me to them.
Bow low for your sovereign, Her Majesty, Queen Meve of Lyria and Rivia.
Have mercy, Your Grace. We bear no guilt, we simple folk.
Calm your hearts, good folk. Though your queen I may be, you are subjects, not slaves.
Meve extended a hand, the royal ring gleaming upon it. Unfamiliar with protocol, a pleb gripped it firmly and gave it a shake as hearty as a good scrub in the tub.
My, we shall be addressing one another by name afore long.
This is an outrage! Guards! Grab him!
I've all in hand, Caldwell.
Forgive me, Your Grace. I'm not accustomed, no.
Nonsense. You've a firm grip, a spry handshake, and a bold spirit I can respect. What do they call you, man?
Helmer, son of Florence.
Delighted, Helmer. Now understand me, man. I am in dire straits and in need of your aid. So please, answer my queries in full and forthrightly. The bandits, whom do they follow?
Him, my lady. We seen him. No name, just an odd title. The Duke of Dogs, they call him.
My, a blue blood thoroughbred mutt. Where are he and his hounds bound? Did he say?
That recall, Imogen? What did he name? A Gleaton or something?
Clayton. Lord Clayton. His estate lies to the south.
Sound the horns. Have the men form up. We march at once.
Milady! I'll be no higher for the Duke. He's a good man. Gave us proper brass for the welcome we gave him. Shared what grub he had.
Shut it, louts. The Queen's had her say. Your Grace, your orders. What are we to do with them?
Leave them be. The harvest draws close. Hard work. They'll have their hands full.
Oh, milady, thanks be to you, thanks be. I pray Mother Melita watch over your kind heart.
Pray she watches over yours. Should I hear of you sheltering bandits again, of you lying to my officers, I shall return and put torch to every hut, field and orchard. Understood?
Meave set off toward Lord Clayton's estate at a gallop, her mount knocking the peasants aside as it kicked up a cloud of dust. The folk of Hawksburn spoke of the royal visit long after, albeit ever behind closed doors and in hushed tones.
มันเป็นยังไงล่ะแอบเห็นอยู่เนี่ยเป็นอยู่สกายเฮีย
What is this, Reynard? Bandits attacking royal tax collectors in broad daylight.
They shall pay dearly, Your Grace.
They shall indeed. And not only they. Rot has crept into Lyria, Reynard. My kingdom has been poorly kept.
Wonder.ไม่ได้เนาะจะปล่อยไม่ได้ไงล่ะทำผิดก็ต้องรับผิดสิมันคือสีเขียวๆในแมปแน่เลยให้เดา
That rumble. What is it?
Look out! Rock slide!
ฮัตเซิลซะด้วยโอเค
The bluff crumbles! Fall back! Save yourselves!
Your Grace, the wagon. We can use it as cover. Forward. We must move it forward.
What now?
You're far fewer than I presumed. Summon your comrades, damn it! Chop chop! Before I reach for my whip.
I'm a monster.
One bolt.
The wagon. Use the wagon now.
We've come through, Reynard. I thank you.
The walls of the temple collapsed. The buttress is doubtless damaged by something.
Or someone. There's naught we can do here. We ride on.
A peasant cart, loaded with a heap of hay, came rattling down the road from the opposite direction.
Clear the road!
Bellowed Count Caldwell, standing in his stirrups.
Make way for your queen!
The peasants obediently turned their cart into the roadside nettles. As she passed, Meave glanced towards it and froze. Atop the hay bale lay a badly wounded man gripped by fever. The thick, sweet stench of rot wafted from his bandaged legs.
Gods. Who did this to him?
Meave asked.
Bandits?
Nay, milady,
replied the cartman.
'Twere a beast. Out to the east, down Wetterton way, lies a boneyard, old as the elves, they say.
The peasant continued.
Clayton was setting snares round about there. Came running back to us, drenched in blood, rattling on about a long-haired wench come climbing out of grave. We've taken him to the good sisters of Melitele here on Bridge. Perhaps they can help him.
I'm certain they can. And will.
Replied the Queen. Though just looking at the wounded wretch, she knew he'd expire before nightfall.
God speed you on your journey.
The Queen whistled, and her mare resumed its trot.
Shall I send for a witcher, Your Grace?
Caldwell asked.
One of those freaks should make short work of the monster.
Until we apprehend the bandits, I shan't allow a single soul to leave our company. Even on such an important mission as finding a witcher.
Meave replied.
Any who did would be captured at once. But, if fate brings us near Wetterton, perhaps we'll see to this monstrous harridan ourselves.
Your Grace, we've only just fought beasts and scarcely escaped with our lives. This she-beast will take a silver sword. Magic formula.
Yet a dozen arbalists will have to suffice.
The Queen said, calmly but firmly.
And please, Caldwell, do stiffen your spine a bit. Now onward.
Okay. Good luck. Good luck. โอเคก็จบบทฝึกเท่านี้ใช้เวลาไป56นาทีก็กำลังดีเดี๋ยวรอวิดีโอหน้าเซฟไปวิดีโอนึงก่อนระบบเซฟเป็นยังไงเนี่ยเซฟ exit to main menu เซฟเป็น exit game เซฟเป็น exit to main menu สิcontinue โหลดเกม new game โอเค โอเคครับจบวิดีโอแรกแค่นี้ก่อนไปอัปโหลดก่อน